Welcome to The Warrior Bride. I'm Autumn Woods, and today we're going to have a different wilderness experience together. We'll still be pulling from the life of David, but we'll be doing it in a scaled-back way. Less drama and bells and whistles. You'll notice that we're in a different location today. We're actually inside my recording booth. It's my tabernacle, my cave, it's where a lot of good work gets done, but it's also my war room and my hiding place. When I'm vulnerable, I come in here to be with God and figure things out. David knew a lot about that. His story is unique because he constantly found himself in wilderness boot camps. They just looked different every time. One of the most painful times was when he was running for his life from King Saul, who falsely accused him in spite of David's godly character and sought to take his life. David was anointed to be the next king of Israel, and yet he found himself a wanted man, hunted and hunkered down in caves. When everything is coming against you and the promises of God seem far away, it's easy to wonder if God even cares about you, if he even knows that you're hiding in the wilderness when you should be on top of the world. But it was in those low moments that David learned the most about God's character. That's when he learned the most about their relationship together, and David's own place in the world and in the kingdom of heaven. I'm going to read Psalm 18 over you, and I want you to put yourself in David's place. Imagine God doing these things for you. I will love you, O Lord, my strength. The Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer, my God, my strength in whom I will trust, my shield and the horn of my salvation, my stronghold. I will call upon the Lord, who is worthy to be praised. So shall I be saved from my enemies. The pangs of death surrounded me, and the floods of ungodliness made me afraid. The sorrows of Sheol surrounded me. The snares of death confronted me. In my distress, I called upon the Lord and cried out to my God. He heard my voice from his temple, and my cry came before him, even to his ears. Then the earth shook and trembled. The foundations of the hills also quaked and were shaken, because he was angry. Smoke went up from his nostrils, and devouring fire from his mouth. Coals were kindled by it. He bowed the heavens also, and came down with darkness under his feet. He rode upon a cherub and flew. He flew upon the wings of the wind. He made darkness his secret place. His canopy around him was dark waters, and thick clouds of the skies. From the brightness before him, his thick clouds passed with hailstones and coals of fire. The Lord thundered from heaven. The Most High uttered his voice. Hailstones and coals of fire. He sent out his arrows and scattered the foe. Lightnings in abundance, and he vanquished them. Then the channels of the sea were seen. The foundations of the world were uncovered. At your rebuke, O Lord, at the blast of the breath of your nostrils. He sent from above. He took me. He drew me out of many waters. He delivered me from my strong enemy, from those who hated me, for they were too strong for me. They confronted me in the day of my calamity, but the Lord was my support. He also brought me out into a broad place. He delivered me because he delighted in me. The Lord rewarded me according to my righteousness. According to the cleanness of my hands, he has recompensed me. For I have kept the ways of the Lord, and have not wickedly departed from my God. For all his judgments were before me, and I did not put away his statutes from me. I was also blameless before him, and I kept myself from iniquity. Therefore, the Lord has recompensed me according to my righteousness, according to the cleanness of my hands in his sight. With the merciful, you will show yourself merciful. With a blameless man, you will show yourself blameless. With the pure, you will show yourself pure. And with the devious, you will show yourself shrewd. For you will save the humble people, but will bring down haughty looks. For you will light my lamp. The Lord my God will enlighten my darkness. For by you I can run against a troop. By my God I can leap over a wall. As for God, his way is perfect. The word of the Lord is proven. He is a shield to all who trust in him. For who is God except the Lord, and who is a rock except our God? It is God who arms me with strength and makes my way perfect. He makes my feet like the feet of the deer and sets me on my high places. He teaches my hands to make war so that my arms can bend a bow of bronze. You have also given me the shield of your salvation. Your right hand has held me up. Your gentleness has made me great. You enlarged my path under me so my feet did not slip. I have pursued my enemies and overtaken them. Neither did I turn back again till they were destroyed. I have wounded them so that they could not rise. They have fallen under my feet. For you have armed me with strength for the battle. You have subdued under me those who rose up against me. You have also given me the necks of my enemies, so that I destroyed those who hated me. They cried out, but there was none to save, even to the Lord, but he did not answer them. Then I beat them as fine as the dust before the wind. I cast them out like dirt in the streets. You have delivered me from the strivings of the people. You have made me the head of the nations, and a people I have not known shall serve me. As soon as they hear of me, they obey me. The foreigners submit to me. The foreigners fade away and come frightened from their hideouts. The Lord lives. Blessed be my rock. Let the God of my salvation be exalted. It is God who avenges me and subdues the peoples under me. He delivers me from my enemies. You also lift me up above those who rise against me. You have delivered me from the violent man. Therefore, I will give thanks to you, O Lord, among the Gentiles, and sing praises to your name. Great deliverance he gives to his king, and shows mercy to his anointed, to David and his descendants forevermore. God established an interesting pattern that shows up again and again throughout David's life. David explains it in this psalm. In the natural and the spiritual, when David is trapped with no hope of relief, God rescues him. Then, before David can do anything to prove himself, God rewards him. God gives the reward first because it's according to God's delight in David rather than David's accomplishments earning the reward. David says that the Lord rewarded him according to his righteousness, but he knew that righteousness, or right standing with God, is God's gift to us. We cannot earn it on our own. David stewards himself to the best of his ability to keep the ways of the Lord, while fully acknowledging that he needs God's help to do it. Accordingly, God then strengthens David and trains him for the next level in his walk. Armed for the battle, David then proceeds to destroy his enemies and glorify God, knowing that nothing he does is possible without Yahweh. We see this pattern again and again, from David killing the lion and the bear as a shepherd boy to slaying Goliath on the battlefield. From his time as an outlaw till the day he finally claims his kingship. We even see it as King David rides the highs and lows of being a fallible man ever in pursuit after God's own heart. During many of his wilderness experiences, David had not necessarily done anything wrong, but he was being allowed to go into these difficult places so that he could see how big his God was. In these pulled-back environments, David learned what kind of man he should not be, and clung harder to God to help him grow into the man he was always meant to be. When you find yourself stuck in the wilderness for what seems like no reason at all, run hard and fast to God, because he loves you. He knows why you're there, and he's the only way you'll ever make it out to survive and thrive as the person he created you to be. In the next video, we'll examine more specific examples of wilderness survival tips from David's life. If you're finding value in this content, don't forget to like, sub, share, and hit the bell. New episodes drop Saturdays at 9 a.m. See you soon.